Well, I guess YouTube seems to have an issue with me actually using my camera, which is rather annoying if I do say so myself. Um, two shakes while I grab another device to make sure that I see what you're seeing again. This is actually rather annoying considering that I even did all my updates, closed everything out, reopened it all back up. So, yeah, I gotta say, not a fan, guys. Not at all. Well, I guess until I get a webcam that is not attached to my computer, I'm not gonna lie, this might be the last live for a hot minute or so. But just a moment while I try to get this rolling. So, luckily, it does look like everything is exactly as it should be. I'm not gonna lie, I will be the first to admit that my background definitely looks a little on the dark side. But at least everything looks like it's going the way I need it to. So again, I apologize. So looks like with how we're going to be doing this evening is very similar to last time. If you're just joining, it looks like I'm still having technical difficulties because for whatever reason, YouTube does not seem to like my camera. So that being said, we are definitely going to be doing much like last week where I used another device. So if you see me looking like this every so often, that's just making sure that I am looking where I need to. And instead of my usual pricing, because of the annoyance where I can't ensure that I am giving you guys the full experience that I would like to. If anyone would like a personalized reading, single card or 3 card, all readings are going to be $5 tonight. And I'll be putting that in the comments now. Payable CashApp or Venmo to and if you do choose to get a reading, the Seeing with Sam, as soon as you pull it up on either Venmo or Cash App, you will see my cute little cauldrons. But I think because of the technical issues, we will definitely be limiting it strictly to Oracle reads tonight. Typically, I like to also add my tarot deck or my Lenormand, but definitely with how tonight's going, we are going to be severely limiting. I will do a single card tarot if anyone would like a tarot reading because they're not a fan of my Moonology Shapeshifter or Goddess deck, but I will still be doing a few open readings tonight. Sorry, I am like all over itchy. I blame the cold weather. That is just awesome. Oh, goodness. This is definitely not how I wanted our Thursday to go. I'll be the first to admit that one. But if anyone would like to have live readings that are going the way that they're supposed to, you are always welcome to join me on my Facebook page. It is also Seeing with Sam or Sam Reading Ohio. And actually give me just a moment and I will be able to also give you the link for that as well. I do live readings on those every morning. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, and also 6 p.m. Fridays and Mondays Eastern Standard Time. And you can go straight to the Facebook page through the link that I just put in the comments for you guys. And you can definitely follow the page there. I will still be posting videos here, but I think until I can get a separate webcam, I think the lives are going to be severely limited over here. Luckily, I'm pretty sure that I have a few friends probably getting rid of one, so still works out, right? But for the moment, let's get to the live readings, and I'll start with a few open ones to get us started here. And if anyone ends up having a question while I'm doing an open reading, that is no problem at all. All you have to do is just say, hey, got a question. Excuse me. As soon as I see your $5 in Cash App or Venmo, let me know if it's a three card or more, or if you have a single card question, we'll definitely go from there. But for the moment, I think we're going to start with my Moonology deck. And this is going to be a reading for whoever is having severe career obstacles finding a job, because I know that even though everyone is supposedly hiring, sometimes it's still a pill trying to find a job that will call you back. Luckily, I don't personally deal with this. I am happy to say I'm self-employed, but I know that a lot of my friends are having those issues. So we are going to see for whoever needs to hear this, whether you're here right now or you see the replay later. We're going to see what your obstacle is. Goodness, we got a twofer. We're going to see what your biggest hindrance is. We're going to try and narrow that sucker down, because that's a little ridiculous if you ask me. Let's try and narrow down that hindrance. What's their major hindrance for their obstacle? Thank you. And last but not least, what's going to help you? Okay, that's still a few more cards than I like, but we're going to go with it because they actually do all together make sense. And again, if you are new to the channel, how this typically works, because unfortunately, until I get enough subscribers to be able to just use one of my cell phones, we're actually using my laptop, and we are going to lift you up so you can actually kind of see what I'm seeing. Soon as we got a good view off of my camera here. All right. So it looks like we're good there. This right here is our major obstacle for a person trying to find a job and having a rough time with it. This is what's hindering them, and this is what's going to help them. And I will be going over each card individually, so you're not going to have to be like, okay, what the hell was that card? Or any other insanity that I think you should not have to deal with if I'm the guy pulling the cards. But it looks like this person's biggest obstacle is, like I said, a twofer. We have a reverse Winnie Moon. Typically, what do you need to release? In this case, what do you actually need to hold on to? Have you been giving up so much of yourself that you have started to not even have an identity anymore? Or have you given up so many of your dreams for somebody else that you don't have any dreams? One of the things that we recommend to kind of figure out what it is that you need to hold on to, you need to meditate and contemplate on this. You need to do some serious self-reflection. It is not your biggest strong point, and it's definitely probably not the thing that you want to hear, let alone do. But these are your biggest obstacles, guys. You need to see what you need to start holding on to, and you need to do some self-reflection. Because it looks like your biggest hindrance in that obstacle right now, and why you're having a hard time finding what to keep and how to really do some self-reflection. We have a reverse full moon in Leo. Typically, it would be don't let pride get in your way. In this case, where did your self-esteem go? And why did you let it leave you? What happened? Might be one of the things that you might want to meditate and contemplate on, because you don't have any anymore. And if you ask me, there's zero reason to not have self-confidence. Because if you look at some of these delightful people out there that gods know they have nothing to be proud of, you more than likely have mountains of things to be proud of. Take a page from their book and strut your stuff and know that you are amazing. Because the thing that's going to help you is we've got 2 sideways and 1 upright. Our upright is working through your fears. I don't know what fears you need to work through, whether it's letting people actually know the real you or your fear of failure. I'm going to tell you right now, failure is going to happen one way or another in your life. It's called life. It's a learning experience. Instead of being terrified of failure, jump in. If you do fall on your face, get right back up and say, okay, I know not to do that again. Work through those fears. And as far as our sideways, we've got 1 that is a new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. It looks like you need to work on some boundaries there. Are you giving more than you're taking, or are you taking more than you're giving? You need to ask yourself that question. That's part of your self-reflection that you might want to work on. How much of yourself are you really giving up that you don't have an identity anymore? Or how much are you taking so that you can replace your identity with one that you think is more acceptable? Forget acceptable. Because guess what? Whoever it is that you're trying to impress probably ain't worth it. And last but absolutely not least, we have a sideways new moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. Would you want this person to know you, real you, or fake you? Because I can tell you right now, either way, your real you is going to come out if you are really talking to somebody and thinking that they could be amazing. And they could be wonderful for helping you find that job that you are looking for and wanting to jump into. But your romantic life is going to suffer if you are not showing the real you. This person, whoever it is, could be your soulmate. I don't know. But I can tell you right now, you're going to fall flat on your face, and things are not going to go well if you are not finding and showing the real you. So whoever it is having a hard time finding a job, apparently you got some troubles in your love life too. Not big ones yet, but if there's someone that you're seriously talking to, you really definitely want to make sure that you're pricking your ears up and paying attention to this reading, because this person is supposed to be a helper for you. They can't help you if they don't know you. You. Not mask you. And for those just joining, welcome. Unfortunately, seems like YouTube has an issue with my camera because, like I told the others, I have restarted my computer. I've done all the updates. I have closed everything and reopened them back up, and apparently no good. But tonight, all readings are $5, and they are payable through CashApp or Venmo to SeeingWithSam. I'm only going to be doing single or 3 card readings with my oracle cards tonight, and I have Moonology, my shapeshifter deck, and also my goddess deck. And I'm sorry for the small delay there. I'm also using another device so that I can see what you're seeing without guessing and hoping. But I am also only going to be live for another 20 or so minutes, mostly because of our delightful tech issues. And I gotta tell you, this black screen is creepy to look at. As much as I hate looking at myself, I think I hate this black screen more. I gotta tell you. But ways to make it so that I can start using a device like one of my cell phones that I use for my Facebook lives is definitely helped me get to, I think it's like 50 subscribers. So I can move from point A, my laptop that seems to be refusing YouTube, or YouTube refusing my laptop, whatever the case may be. I can actually use the phone that I actually use for my Facebook lives. But let's decide on our next open read, shall we? Oh, and if you do end up wanting a reading, not a problem at all. All you have to do is just put in the comments that you have a question. And once I see the $5 for your 3 or single card reading in CashApp or Venmo, also in the comments, then we'll get started. And I think with our next one, you know what? Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry, hiccups are unfortunately a thing whenever I'm stressed or nervous. And I gotta tell you, tech issues always stress me to the max, I am ashamed to say. But I think our next thing that we're going to dive into is actually a friend of mine's relationship. I guess her and her partner have been hitting a few rocky points lately. And unfortunately, being the guy that they both talk to, her partner, not so much as her, but that's for obvious reasons. But I think we're going to dive in a little bit. And you guys just saw how I did the obstacle, hindrance, outcome. Well, this one's kind of similar, except we are going to do something a little crazy. What we're actually going to do is we're going to kind of mix things up a little bit here. I know I said I wouldn't use my tarot cards tonight, but we're going to use my tarot cards for our single yes, no answer. And then we're going to use my shapeshifter cards to kind of get a very direct what's going on, what can they do to fix it, all those things. So, does the future look good for my friend and her partner as far as staying together as a couple? Staying together as a couple. Staying together as a couple. Yes or no, no or yes. All right, so we've got our answer here. Now let's see what we can help them as far as ensuring that this is the outcome for them. What are some very direct things that they can do to ensure this outcome? Give us 3. All right, so we've got 1. 2. Just had a whole bunch fall out here, but only one fell right side up. But with the others that fell out, I'm not gonna lie, kind of want to narrow that third one down a little bit. Can we narrow down? Thank you. All right, so much like the last one, sorry, like I said, dry skin is the devil in winter. But we are going to show you guys what is in store for my friend. Soon as I see a good view. All right, so this is the answer to our yes/no question. And these are the three specific things that either one or both should probably work on. I'm kind of leaning towards both. And I'm definitely sorry if I gave you a little bit of vertigo there. But it's definitely, I have to say, looking good for my friend and her partner. We've got a right side up King of Cups. That is telling me that emotionally, not only are they going to be masters of their relationship and just rocking it out on their love life, but keep in mind I asked how it looked for them together as a couple. So this is a very solid yes. They will be able to stay together, but not only will they be able to stay together, but it's going to be an excellent, healthy relationship. And that's one thing that I love to see for anybody. I love being able to give happy, good news. Because, gotta tell you, sometimes it sucks being a harbinger. Hence the Disney villain deck for tarot. Because, hey, bad news, good way, right? Now, one of the things that they definitely need to work on, we have a reverse frog princess. Typically, the message is heed wise counsel and listen. In this case, it looks like they're listening too much to outside influences. They're listening too much to their past, even, probably. It is looking like they both need to shut out the outside voices, shut out their past experiences, and actually look at what's going on now and communicate with each other. They need to shove all the outside shit out. Stop asking for advice. They need to stop looking at their past. They need to look at the person they're with now and know that this is where they are now. This is the person they need to talk with to be able to get that actual wise counsel. We also have a reverse deep dark sea mermaid. Typically, her message is find solutions in the unknown places in the darkness. In this case, you know how sometimes if you're looking for the ketchup bottle in your fridge and it is suddenly right in front of you, and though you know that you opened and closed this fridge like 5 stupid times, and you know you did not see it there, and suddenly it's right there? This is pretty much what that card is. This is one of those, the answers are right in front of your face. You're just too close to see them. Take a step or two back and really open your eyes. The answers that they are looking for and how to fix their relationship are literally right in front of them. And they are so obvious that if it was anybody else, they probably would have smacked themselves in the head and went, oh, it's right there. So luckily, we now know that they need to stop listening to the outside influences. The solutions that they are looking for are clear and simple and right in front of them. And last but absolute not least, we have a right side up fairy ring, new skills, advanced training, and rapid improvements. Once they're able to do those first two steps, where they are able to shut out the outside, shut out their past, and able to see the very clear, simple solutions in front of them, they're going to be growing by leaps and bounds in their relationship. They're going to be learning new ways to communicate with each other, new ways to connect, new ways to be a couple together that probably are completely unorthodox for everyone else, but works for them because every relationship is different. And most importantly, you know how I said rapid improvements? So the crap they're going through right now, once they figure out these first two steps, rapid improvement and having this future is in their hands. So while I'm not going to lie, I would love to be able to share this live with both of them, I also know at the same time, one isn't going to believe a darn bit of this. They're just like, it's just crazy Sam with her cards again. And my friend is probably going to say that I wanted a happy ending for her. And she's not wrong. But what she doesn't realize is when you are able to separate your heart from your logic, it's that much easier to be able to do cards for pretty much anybody. And that's one of the reasons why I also offer tutor sessions. So that link for Facebook is also good if you'd like to get a hold of me for not only one-on-one private sessions, but also if you'd like to get a hold of me for a tutor session so that you can start reading the cards on your own. But I think I'm going to do one more open reading, and I'm sorry, but I will be calling it a night just because, like I said, this black screen that I'm seeing in front of me is just creepy. But I think I'm going to leave you guys instead of with one of the decks I showed you. I'm actually going to give you guys a little bit of homework, if you will. Tonight is the night of the new moon in Capricorn. Now, I could give a shit less about the whole 111 portal because honestly, I don't think that the portals are really anything that special. I think that if you have enough intention and purpose behind you, you're able to open up any portal that you want to. I've been doing magic for 20 years. I've never needed to use a portal in my life for anything that I've ever wanted to do. So, but I have used moon energy and I have also used zodiac moon energy, and I have found those to be a bit of a booster. With the new moon being in Capricorn, that means that you can have a new start in your career because Capricorn energies are all about our career and our drive to ensure that we have the resources we need to be able to get where we want to go and accomplish those goals. So we're actually going to use my Spirit Mama deck to see what energy you need to focus on tonight and even tomorrow night, because remember, every moon phase lasts 3 nights. Whether it be new moon, waxing moon, crescent, or waning moon, gibbous, or full moon. Every moon phase is 3 nights. So just because you might miss it tonight does not mean that you don't have a chance tomorrow. So let's see what's one energy type that will help you use this energy for Capricorn best. What's going to help you guys out the best? All right. So we have a reverse forgiveness, which is actually rather interesting because usually I encourage forgiveness. I encourage letting go of these things. But it looks like it's not quite time for you to forgive something when it comes to your career field, whether it be it's not time to forgive somebody for not being supportive of your choices in your career field, or forgiving a job that just didn't work for you because of something that you didn't agree with, whether it be a policy or a person you worked with and you're thinking about going back. Don't do it. Absolutely not. Either way, there's something that you're wanting to forgive and it's not quite time yet. Don't do it. Like I said, typically I'm completely down for forgiveness. I encourage it. I tell people all the time, let go of that negativity and don't let it consume you. In this case, definitely don't let it consume you, but don't forgive just yet. It's not quite time yet. You haven't given yourself enough time to really process why you're angry or why you're upset. And you also haven't given yourself time to be able to come to terms to be able to truly forgive. So I would take tonight and ask myself, why am I wanting to push this forgiveness now? And start being able to process the reasons behind why you're upset or why you're angry. And most importantly, ask yourself, what can I do to ensure that I am truly able to fully forgive this and be able to move on? Because forgiveness, it only means anything if you're able to truly forgive and let go. It doesn't mean anything if you say that you're sorry, but you're still holding on to that negativity. You're still holding on to that anger. So there's your little bit of homework, and I do hope that it helps you ensure that you use this energy to the best of your ability. Until tomorrow morning, though, if you guys do choose to use the Facebook link in the comments, I do hope to see some of you at the 8:30 Eastern Standard Time live tomorrow morning for your Friday forecast. And the 6 p.m. live that will be, trust me, much better than this. A lot of my people, I'm sure, would be able to definitely agree if they joined this one, because I know that this is more for our night owls. But until next time, have a wonderful day. Well, evening. For me, I'm a night owl, so this is more or less kind of like my early part of the day, if you will. But have a wonderful night, guys, and I look forward to seeing all of you again soon.